They got the power. They got the power because they gave us fear. Fear that God gonna punish us if we don't walk the line that they say is the line. Now, God didn't give us no line. God gave us free will and free choice. He didn't give us no line that we had to walk. He didn't say if you do this or do that, you're going to hell. He said you got free will and free choice to choose whatever you want to do. But just know, everything you do comes back to you. But they're telling us in the church and in the school, if you don't do it this way and that way, in the church, you going to hell. In the schoolhouse, you going to the principal office, detention. You see? They gave us fear. We afraid the devil. They gave us the devil. You see? Y'all ever met the devil? Just like you ain't never met Jesus, you ain't never met the devil neither. You ain't never seen Jesus in person, you ain't never seen the devil in person. But we've been living our lives according to what some mere man has given us. Fear is the thing why they got power over us. While they're living rich, they're living large, they're experiencing everything that's beautiful. And who making these beautiful things for them? They can't experience beautiful. They can't experience the fine restaurants. They can't experience the fine hotels. They can't experience a beautiful mansion. They cannot experience a luxury car unless somebody build those things with their hands, with their mind, with their heart, with their avatar. You see? We're building these things for these people, and they're projecting fear onto us, lack onto us that we ain't worthy enough to have what they got, but we got to build it for them to have it. Did you get that? See, we're using the God, that God force energy in us, that God conscious that knows everything. We're using that to build a kingdom for people who don't desire us all to experience milk and honey, because they want us to be in fear. That's the only way these people have what they have, because people living in fear and not living in love. Because when we start living in love, we will see them for who they are. But because we live in fear, we can't see the tricks of the wicked. You see, a person got to be wicked to think they can give us a God and say that this God is mighty and powerful and omnipotent and this and that, while they over here living in mansion, experiencing gold and fine cars and restaurants and butlers and royalty, while people over here on the streets living in a tent, scraping up a piece of rag from somewhere, you understand, to cover up with. They think that's acceptable, that they got a right to do that. But give us a God. I don't think we have the same God. If some folks can experience everything beautiful and peaceful and extravagant, and look over here and see these people ain't got enough. They just want a loaf of bread and a slice of ham. And they say, oh, you peasant, you not getting none. It's time for us to see our own mind, our own heart, our own essence. You got to look at your own self to see that. You got to look at your own self to see that. You can't point the finger, because when you're pointing, the universe that's going up, you see, this thumb going up, the universe sent this person, sent this place, sent this thing in your life, whoever you are, because the universe pointing. I'm sending this person to show you something. What the universe want? To show you your mind, your heart, and your spirit. 1, 2, 3. 3 is connected to mind, heart, spirit, father, mother, child, past, present, future, birth, life, death, thoughts, actions, and motions. It's always about us looking at ourselves in the mirror. That's what they're not teaching, y'all. They're not teaching us to look at ourselves in the mirror. They're teaching us that we are nobody, we was kidnapped. And keep on with the slavery. Ain't nobody in slavery except mental slavery, because if you wake up mentally, you're going to realize, why am I working for all of this here? Why am I doing all of this here? Where am I going with it if I die today or tomorrow? And if I'm the breadwinner and my wife is not the breadwinner, or my wife is the breadwinner and I'm not the breadwinner, and one of us have to go back on the other side, the spiritual realm, are we going to still be able to afford this? You see? That's why we need to be teaching people, children, you see, morals, values, and ethics. We're not teaching that. We're teaching our children to go to school, get an education, get a good job, to buy a house, to buy a car, to buy the things of the world, to take a trip. But we're not teaching them morals, values, and ethics. We're not teaching them that God lives in us. God is the essence in us. God is the life force energy inside of us. See? We have the wrong people leading us. And we, as the people, have to take those people off the throne. They got to come down. A leader leads by example. A leader practices what they preach. A leader don't get to lead, and they up here. Where are they leading us if they need to be a leader? They're leading everybody astray. They're leading everybody to a dead-end road. They're leading everybody to poverty. They're leading everybody to the slaughterhouse. You see? So we need to look at these people who calling themselves leaders, because they don't want everybody to have. They only want to have at everybody else's expense. But they say they are leaders. No, they're not. I'm the messenger. I'm just here to make y'all think. Nothing in the world for us except our consciousness, our heart frequency, and our soul. That is important. You see? That's important. That is important to save that, to elevate that, to expand that, to grow that. Because if not, you're going to come back to this life and do this again, because we signed a spiritual contract. A contract is binding. You must fulfill the contract or sell your soul. See? Fulfill the contract or sell your soul. Once your soul is sold, then you don't get to say anything anymore, because you're disconnected from the source. You're following your dark side, your dark shadow side, the dark night of your soul. You're following that, the darkness. You don't want to come to the light. See, this is about energy, the dark energy in us, the light energy in us. And it's about keeping a balance. Keeping a balance. Because no one is exception to doing wrong, making mistakes. You understand? But you're supposed to learn from them. These people who have all of what they have it because somebody had to build it. Somebody had to go to the warehouse and put the cars together, the pieces together. Somebody had to go stand in the food line to put the stuff in the box to ship it to the store. Somebody got to drive that truck. You understand? To bring it. So we're doing this. We're doing this. But who is reaping the benefits of what we all are doing to make all of this happen? There are some people who are doing nothing. They're sitting around making sure everybody do something except for them. But they're reaping the harvest of everything that the people are doing. Nobody has no time in no day to become a millionaire, billionaire, and trillionaire without suppressing, lying, cheating, stealing, and killing. There's not enough time to work every day, all day like that to make that kind of money. You have to manipulate to do that. You have to lie to people. You have to cheat people. You understand? You have to suppress and oppress. To become millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires, you got to be deceptive. You have to be deceptive, because nobody can work that much. The body has to be balanced in sleep and work. You see? So we need to wake up and look at, how can someone be wealthy and see somebody not wealthy and be okay with that? And they got the same 24 hours that the unwealthy person has. Can y'all do the math for me on that? Everybody got the same 24 hours, but people like Oprah, Beyonce, and them, you see, they got billions of dollars. What they doing that we ain't doing? Stealing, destroying, and killing to gain. You see what I'm saying? Let it sizzle.